Well, what's up guys, Stephen from DFC, today bringing you episode 23 in my road to FUT Elites. And today there is no trading, unfortunately. I do have a bit of a squad slash player review, a bit of a fun squad slash player review, nothing really like, big informs or anything like that. Just something that I was asked to do, and I do have another player that was asked to do probably on Thursday because I do have football tomorrow night. So we'll go on and see what we did sell and all that kind of thing. I do a bit of trading earlier. So we do have Winfield, we sold him for 13k. We sold this Emnus for 1,000. We sold Mayon Z for 13,250. Emnus for 4,800. Galakovic for 12.5k. Falk eventually for 14.5k. Emnus for 1,900. Abert for 17.5k, so a good profit there. Opened some bronze packs. I was trying to get some fitness cards, and we did get Pedro Vega sold for 300 coins. Another Emnus for 3k, another one for 2.5k. Campbell sold for 250, listed him for 150. Emnus 2k. Morris, another player that I got from earlier in a pack, 200 coins, and the Delfinesso for 3k. And we still do have these players here. We did manage to pick up Nathan Redmond earlier for 400 coins. So let's just go and take a look at this squad and just tell you what I think about it pretty much. So this isn't actually the squad, by the way guys, it's a bit of a squad builder. This is just my Dundee squad. I mean to build as I am a Dundee fan. So that has really got nothing to do with this at the minute. So we'll go on to this squad and we'll do a bit of a squad builder just quickly. So I think we'll put in bronze and we'll put in the 4-3-1-2. Never been my favourite formation and probably never will be. But won 5 and lost 1, which isn't too bad a record. And this team was made for fun, not for anything really. Did win the Bronze Cup, but hopefully, it did go pretty well. So in goal we do have Jalal from Bournemouth, and he does have 72 dive in and 71 reflexes and cost 1,800 coins. He's probably the most solid, English bronze goalkeeper you can get, and he didn't do anything. There's not really much to say. He didn't do too much wrong. Did his job, saved the shots he needed to save, and all that kind of thing. So not really too much to note down on him. Basically, the front three are the ones I was asked to do more of a review on, so I'll just sort of skim through the squad quickly. In at right back, we do have this guy. I think it's Andrew Little, is it? Mark Little from Peterborough United. He cost me 700 coins in 4-3-1-2. Actually, I think I bought him in a different formation because it was on the market. But anyway, once again, not too much to note down. 81 pace is probably the standout stat. 28 shooting also could be a standout in a bad way, if you know what I mean. But once again, not too much to note down on him. Then at centre backs, we do have Osborne on the right, and we have we've got Pearce on the right and Osborne on the left. So we'll start off with Pearce. Looking at the 80 pace, it only cost me 1,900 coins, which is pretty outrageous for I would be as far enough to say in the top 10 top centre backs on this game. And Osborne would also join him in there. I mean, these two are absolutely insane. I would probably even push to put them into like a gold England team, because they just compete with absolutely anybody. And Osborne also dropped to 8,900. So these guys are definitely worth your coins if you're thinking of making even just an England team, because we all know England's centre backs aren't really the sturdiest. Well, when I say that I mean the quickest. I mean they probably are pretty strong and all that kind of thing, but their quickness is a bit lacking at best. So at left back in this team we do have Rada Johnson from Sheffield Wednesday. He's got 80 pace, and the only reason there was another guy, I think his name was like Avina or something from Charlton, but he's got 68 defending and 78 heading. That is just outrageous for a left back. And he's also 6'3", and I wasn't surprised if he was a centre back at some point in his career, or at least on FIFA. With stats like that and that height. And once again, 150, which is a pretty good deal. And he was like a solid rock at the back for me. No goals in the 6 games. Anyway, let's move on to our midfield, and we do have lines on this side. We've got Ravel Morrison in the middle, and we have Weston on the right. And start off with the lines, and his standout, I know it's not on his card, but his standout has got to be his free kicks. He's got 81 accuracy for a bronze player. For any player, that is pretty decent. Maybe not so much for a gold player that you expect to be, a centre midfielder. But 73 pace, 63 dribbling, and 70 passing. The stats you're looking at here. 64 shooting doesn't really reflect his shot. His shot is really, really good. And 4-star weak foot is never an issue, but only 2-star skills, which is a minor issue in my eyes. 2 goals in 6 games. He scored a header in one of my games, which was pretty funny, but I can't remember the goal that he scored. But let's just move on to our central midfielder. That is Ravel Morrison, also 2 goals in 6 games, and he is just an absolute tank all round. 76 pace, 74 dribbling, 71 shooting, 71 passing and 61 shooting, and he is just arguably one of the best central midfielders you can collect as a bronze in a bronze squad or something like that. 3-star skills and a 3-star weak foot. If I didn't mention that, I'm not sure. But he scored an outrageous long shot for me. I don't even know. His long shots are just beyond anything. He's just really, really good. He's definitely worth only 1900 coins as well. And you know, he was worth every penny. He is just outrageously good. So if we shift over to the right, we do have Curtis Weston from Barnet. Obviously, the only reason we have him is the 80 pace. Nothing really else stands out to me and says, you know, pick me, I've got great shooting, great passing, or whatever. He's just pace, really. 2-star weak foot doesn't exactly add to his cause, and 2-star skills even, and 3-star weak foot don't add to the cause. 5'11" is a wee bit in his favour. I'm quite tall for a centre mid, and he cost me 1200 coins. But once again, he did his job. Had a few moments, got 1 goal, but not really too much to write home about. Now this is the front three now. The other ones that I was asked to do the review on more than anyone else. The back 7, 8 are just you know, just something I put in to try and make the team work. And starting off as centre forward, we do have Akin Fenwa from Northampton, and I was pleasantly surprised by him. I was asked to do this by Fraser, so I thought I would just go ahead. And he's got 49 pace, being a bit of a tragedy to be honest. 61 shooting, which is underlooked, 68 heading and 63 dribbling. 3-star weak foot is relatively okay, and 2-star skills is a wee bit lacking for me again. Cost me 5,000 coins, which is pretty ridiculous for somebody who looks that bad. But he scored 5 goals in 6 games, some really good long shots. Got the, is it 96 strength, or is it 99 strength? I don't know. But he's got really high 90 strength, and it really does show. And to be honest, he was actually worth it as well. I know people buy him, yeah, he's just because he's a funny player and all that kind of thing. But to be fair, he really, really did. He had a great long shot. His weak foot wasn't all that bad, and his strength just holds off the defenders, and he scored some really good goals, to be honest. So pretty impressed with the first sort of muck-about player. So the second one, we do have Colin Nish from my home team, so to say. He once again looking at 49 pace, nothing else really good there apart from the heading at 72, which is pretty good for a bronze. 400 coins is a bit of a rip-off, I think, but you know, there's only one on the market and you know, that kind of thing. 3-star skills and a 3-star weak foot, and 3 goals in 6 games is a pretty okay record. Not great, to be honest. You'd be hoping at least he's getting a goal a game, but he didn't score a goal in the first 1 or 2 games, and eventually did get his goal, and then I think got 2 and then 1, something like that. But he was, once again, strength, I think it's in the low 90s his strength, but I really did not like him one bit. He was really hard to move. He was a bit like a tank at the front, you know, didn't move very fast, really hard to turn and all that kind of thing. But you know, he scored 3 goals in 6 games, and you know, he was a bit of a nightmare to play with. 72 heading, didn't really show up, didn't really see him win too many headers. But you know, life goes on. He was a bit of a bad player, but he did the job. He was there. We won the Bronze Cup, and he contributed to that in some way. Then the final piece of the jigsaw, we do have Stephen Milne, another player from my hometown team, and he's got 71 pace, 60 dribbling and 62 heading. 4-star weak foot, which is pretty good, and 3-star skills, which isn't the worst. 5'7", so a wee bit small, but then he cost me 400 coins once again. 3 goals in 6 games, and you know, his pace, I don't know if it was because he was playing next to Akin Fenwa and Nish, but his pace really showed up. It seemed he was really, really quick, even against the bigger centre backs that would usually bump off anybody. And I think that's kind of true. If you play like a sort of you know, 70 pace player next to 2 or 3 players that do have, you know, the 50, 40 pace, it will show up. But I definitely wouldn't recommend doing that. But if you want, you can give it a go. But he scored some really good goals for me as well, and a couple of roulettes. And that 4-star weak foot is always good for the finesse shots and that kind of thing. But anyway guys, that is the end of this episode. Sorry for not trading. I've been playing this all night really, trying to get a few games. Just to show you, we did play the 6 games with them, and we will have another player out in probably on Thursday, and we'll do some trading tomorrow night because I do have football and not too much time on my hands. So if you've enjoyed this episode, and I know it's not really what you're expecting, but Road to FUT Elites is basically just me doing everything from pack openings to player reviews, just everything I'll do FIFA related or Ultimate Team related, that'll be on in this series. So that is the end of it. This team, I wouldn't recommend it maybe, but to be fair, I think it's mainly because of Colin Nish. If you just threw, your Slew and Wells or something up front, I know Wells wouldn't get full chemistry, I don't think. But your two usual English strikers, even though Wells is Bermudan. But anyway, if you threw them up there, I think this team would work well. But like I say, if you've enjoyed it, leave it a like. If you're new around here and you enjoy this kind of thing, subscribe, and I will see you all next time.